Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. For this week's video, we've got a great comparison lined up for you guys. We're going to be comparing a STRAT, a TELE, and a JAZZMASTer. Let's check it out. Now, each one of these instruments has an incredibly rich history. All three guitars were designed in the 50s. The first one was the Telecaster, designed in 1950 and known as the No-Caster, and rebranded as the Telecaster in 1952. Now, in the mid-50s came the Stratocaster, and it improved on the Telecaster in a number of ways. First of all, it had a bunch of contours, so it was much easier for the player to play and hug up against their body. It was very balanced, it had 3 pickup choices, and a trem system. And finally, in the late 50s came the JAZZMASTer with its unique offset shape, really futuristic looking, very comfortable to play sitting down, and of course, a whole new tonal palette thanks to the JAZZMASTer pickups. Now, the guitars that we're going to use for today's comparison are all completely stock. So we've got an American-made STRAT, an American-made TELE, and an American-made JAZZMASTer. Now, the JAZZMASTer comes stock with vintage 65 pickups in it, which means it's going to deal out really classic 60s tones. So it'll be interesting to see how that pairs up against, a TELE and a STRAT. So let's check that out. Now, as for our signal chain, we've got our guitars plugged straight into our Blue Angel amp, mic'd up with the Sennheiser E906 on the grill and an Earthworks SR25 a few inches off the grill. Now, as per usual, we're going to put these 3 guitars through a bunch of different genres and see how they fare. I'm going to play the clips back to back so you guys can really hear the difference. Then we're going to throw them in a mix with a backing track, because sometimes if a guitar is too bright on its own, it sounds absolutely fantastic in a mix. And if a guitar sounds really nice and full-bodied on its own, sometimes it sounds too flubby in a mix. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Let's stop the talking and hit you guys up with the clips. All right, so here's some final thoughts after listening to all those guitars played back to back in various genres. First of all, the Telecaster bridge reigns supreme for me, always and forever. It's bright, it's present, it's cutting, but it has low end that the Strat doesn't have. It has low end that the JAZZMASTER certainly doesn't have. So it gives you a big, full, powerful sound and just sounds unreal. Now, if a person favors that bright 60s tone, the JAZZMASTER is your guitar. It's bright, it's cutting, it's chimey, and it just has that prototypical 60s tone. Now, in the middle position, I thought it was surprisingly quacky. It sounded really great and it's hum canceling, so that's one of my favorite positions on that guitar. And finally, the Strat did not disappoint. It's the ultimate versatile instrument. Sounded nice and bright and chimey in the bridge, really nice and full in the neck. I thought the neck position on the Strat and the neck position on the JAZZMASTER were some of my favorite tones. The JAZZMASTER certainly has a little bit more articulation, but I thought both of those neck positions sounded really awesome. Now, if you guys like comparison videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got a bunch more coming up this year, along with gear demos and tutorials and build videos. So lots of great content coming up this year. So be sure to subscribe. Other than that, have an awesome week, you guys. We'll see you next week with a new video. Take care.